So we're here at My Cravings. This is a wonderful little restaurant right in Manassas, right off of 66 on Sudley Road. And I wanted to just meet with this wonderful family. They've actually been very brave. They set up this beautiful restaurant right in the heart of Manassas. And this is part of the development that we really want to encourage. We want to highlight businesses that take the risk, take the challenge, and really bring people into our community and bring people from all over the place to come for your food and, you know, for the gathering and bringing people together. So this is something I really want to encourage. But this is the last name?
Yıldızcı.
Yıldızcı. Yıldızcı?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, close enough.
That's enough.
Yeah. So tell me about when you got started, how you got started, and
Yeah. So business started back in 2016 from home. So typical, you know, you work out of your garage, you work out of home. That's how it started. A friend of my dad's opened up a Turkish grocery store and wanted to sell some pastries. He wanted to help out his friends, so he asked my mom, who's the executive chef here and the real boss, if you ask me, asked my mom to make some pastries at home so they can sell it over there. And then, you know, day by day, they started receiving more and more orders. Back then, they used to live in Leesburg.
okay.
And after that, since they got so many orders, they decided, why don't we buy a house and build out the basement as like a production facility, because you can work from home. And they looked into that. They bought a house in Bristow, so moved to Prince William County, and then figured out later that it wasn't so easy to do anything from home. And to their luck, somebody down on Ballsford was moving out of a commercial bakery. Wholesale place, just nothing retail, was moving out of there. They talked to them, and turned out he was Turkish as well.
Okay.
So it kind of worked out. Talked to them, they moved there, and now, you know, home and work was 10 minutes apart. Worked out great, and orders kept coming in, and people wanted to meet who was making this stuff. And so they got the address. They drove down here, knocked the door. Hey, I saw your pastries at so-and-so store, and, you know, I wanted to come and meet. And so they met that way. One person came in, hey, said, I want a fresh pastry out the oven. Can I sit down and eat this right out of the oven? And, you know, they said, sure, I guess. And so the guy sat down, he eats. And the next day he comes back on his way to work. He says, give me another one. And so he sits down, he eats again. And he's like, you know what, I'm going to bring my wife here for breakfast. And he's like, we don't, you know, my parents said we don't do that.
Yeah.
He's like, no, it's all right. I just need like, a few, maybe black tea or something. And so they make it for themselves, so they thought they'd share. And so they did. And this guy just kept coming back. And then he said, you know, I'm going to bring a family here for breakfast. He calls them one day, calls my parents one day and says, hey, I'm bringing over a family of, how many people was it?
14.
14 people for breakfast.
Yeah.
And they were, you know, they told the guy, you're out of your mind. We don't do that. This is wholesale. And inside is exactly how you would expect a wholesale
warehouse.
baker to look.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There's like flour everywhere and stuff. And so they didn't want to turn him down, so they said, you know what? Sure, but I don't have any tables or chairs. And the guy on the phone goes, I don't care. Go get them.
Yeah.
You know, go to IKEA and buy them. We've used those tables. The tables are still the same. A lot of the tables and chairs are from IKEA. And so they did it. They brought over the family. My mom prepared an incredible setup and looks amazing, as usual. And then they take some photos, post it on social media. The next thing you know, another family calls, I want to make a reservation for breakfast. And, you know, they're like, we don't...
In our warehouse.
Yeah, like, we don't do that. He's like, yes, you do. I saw it on Facebook or Instagram. And so it kind of started as them pushing, customers pushing my parents to kind of move into the restaurant space, because all they did was wholesale before. And, you know, they come to find out in the county, in an industrial zone, the only type of business who can accept retail customers are bakeries.
Yeah.
And so everything just worked out. So they were like, I guess this is the direction God wants us to go in. So that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. So you moved here in 2017 into this location?
No, 2017 we were back at the place on Ballsford.
Okay.
And towards the end of 2019, I want to say, they had the idea of moving into a bigger space because we really just didn't fit anymore. There was wait lists of 100 plus people long lines in an industrial zone. You would see, fancy cars,
Yeah.
fancy dressed up people coming into our warehouse
Yeah.
to have breakfast. So it was, business was booming. It was doing good. And so they decided we should expand and we have to, take care of these people and take advantage of the situation. And so they wanted to move out to a bigger place. They said, you know what, people like us in Manassas.
Yeah.
We'll stay in Manassas. And we found this place. And so they signed the lease and
Yeah.
we were up and running.
You did a lot of work to this place.
Yes, we did. It's just unfortunate when we signed the lease in November of 2019, we had no clue about March of 2020.
Yeah.
And so that struck. We were slowly moving in here. Our lease was up April in the other place, and this place has already started. And so our lease was going on. We're trying to do some construction. There was a retail store here before, so it was no, infrastructure for a restaurant.
Was it a Goodwill?
It was a thrift store, yeah.
Thrift store, yeah.
And so as soon as we moved in, we started construction, but, time was running up, money was running up. And so come March or April, we shut down that place. We couldn't open this place. And regardless, even if we're open, we had no business because nobody was going out anyway. And so, we struck through, we did our best. We got help from the county, help from the SBA, help from the government. And, thankfully we were able to somewhat finish construction. We had, during that time, a lot of our very dear customers come to us with their savings and said, we just want you up and running. Yeah. Here's all my money. I don't want it back. It's very touching. Yeah. And so, one way or another, we kind of stood up and we got the ball rolling towards the end of 2020.
Yeah. So it's truly the American dream of, not even really necessarily meaning to start the business the way, and then one thing led to the next, that led to the next.
Absolutely.
That now you have My Cravings.
Yep.
So what are you most known for? Is it breakfast or?
It's any of our food. Anything that comes out of that kitchen is definitely a hit. We're mostly known for our breakfast because we started that way. We're slowly implementing other options. There's a lot of lunch options that was there from the get-go, but now we're doing a lot of dinner. We're doing a lot of desserts, a lot of different types of desserts. We got coffee, we got tea, we got, you name it, anything you want in a restaurant. It's just our difference with every other restaurant that you see or any other ethnic restaurant that you see is there's usually a certain type of food they go for. Say in a Middle Eastern or Turkish or whatever you want to call it. They usually go for the traditional kebabs and, not that it's a bad idea. It's a great idea. It sells. But we want to take it a different route. Back when we started, nobody really had breakfast.
Yeah.
Although Turkish breakfast is a huge part of our culinary. And so we wanted to go with a different route. And we're doing the same with our lunch. We're doing the same with our dinner. There's going to be, there's already slowly starting to be, but there's going to be more traditional meals that you don't usually find at like a Turkish restaurant or any ethnic restaurant. So that's kind of the path we're going to. We don't want to just be one of the bunch. Yeah. We want to add something new and bring something new to the table.
So do you think a lot of them are kind of Americanized, where they have like 2 or 3 or 4 different options and not the full, like what you would have in?
I feel like they're not Americanized. It's just I believe over time this just developed like a standardized Turkish restaurant menu or Middle Eastern restaurant menu. This just became the thing to do. It's like if you go to any, Latino restaurant, it's like tacos, done. That's it. That's all we're doing.
Enchilada,
but
burrito.
there's so much more to their kitchen. Just like a Turkish restaurant, there's so much more. I feel like they've just left them out because of the standard, I feel like they just, I don't want to bash on anyone's business strategy, but I feel like they were scared to step outside the box. Yeah. And so that's what we're trying to do.
Okay.
Works or not, but we'll see.
and you also, and your mom's baklava is amazing.
Yes. Baklava is the only product that we import from overseas.
Is it? Okay.
And overseas meaning Turkey, and in Turkey meaning the capital of baklava, which is Gaziantep.
Okay.
It's the only product we bring from overseas, but everything else we make from scratch. You know, we use as pure of ingredients as we can.
Yeah.
Zero additives to anything. We don't like anything that's not fresh. If we don't eat it, we don't serve it. You can tell I eat it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
To add something, if you don't mind, the valuable feedback that we receive from our customers is that after they have their food here, they told us, "Oh, I feel like I'm at my grandma's house.
Yeah.
The moment that you had made me leave, like I'm at my childhood house having breakfast." So I guess the valuable touching of the chef to the food is this one particularly, I believe.
And you had mentioned just a moment ago that part of the culture is when you're with people, you feed them. And so it feels like a family atmosphere. Obviously, it's a family-run business. So why did you choose Prince William County, Manassas, Virginia? What brought that about?
We didn't do any location scouting as far as, you know, we didn't lay out a map and look all over Virginia. Let's see what's the best for us. It kind of just worked out this way.
Yeah.
And we, you know, when we were moving into, when my parents were moving into the house in Bristow, they, you know, they found a good deal and they took it. And they didn't really look at it as, if we get this place in Bristow, we might do better business or so-and-so. It was wholesale at that time, so they didn't really have an option. They didn't really care about, you know, being anywhere. It doesn't
nobody's
matter.
coming
You know.
in. You're,
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. And so the gentleman in our old location where we started, he just happened to move out and he was Turkish. So we got the word and they picked that one. I think the only time where we had to make a decision to either stay in this county or move out was when we were moving into this place. And, you know, we didn't have any issues in our old place. We didn't have any problems with the county. Business was doing good. People were coming through, and we kind of established in the county, and we liked it. You know, we liked it that people from D.C., people from Arlington, still to this day, they drive out to the county and they come here. So we said,
attracting people in
exactly
out of the area,
right? And you know,
for a destination.
Just like the standardized menu, there's like a standardized location for all of the Turkish restaurants or the Middle Eastern, I'd say, to be focused in one area. And I believe it would be so much better if spread out. That way you have an option everywhere you go. And so, you know, when we decided to expand, we said, we like it that we bring something different to the county. And we believe that the county liked that we brought something different and said, you know what, this should be a good partnership and we should keep it going. Yeah. And so we decided we'd just stay in Prince William County. We stay in Manassas. Everyone's, you know, used to coming into Manassas to see us. We've become like a destination spot where people are not driving around and they see us. Back then, now it's, you know, we're kind of on Sudley, the busiest street, so it turns out that way. But we liked it that people would, you know, look us up and they come to Manassas just for us. Yeah. There's been plenty of families that we personally know, they've moved to Prince William County just to be close to the restaurant.
Oh, really?
There's countless customers that make their travel plans and they book hotels around this area just so they can have breakfast before they head out. Yeah. This is like their stop. So we've become, for travelers, a rest area. For people who are looking to, you know, buy a house or move a house, we've become like a realtor. Yeah. So it kind of just worked out that we've done a positive impact to the county, and we're happy to do it all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, some of the things that we're working on is obviously we want to bring in, you know, destination places into our area. We don't want people just driving through. Tourism, I think, is an important aspect. We do have the Manassas Battlefield, which is the #1 tourist destination. There's very little that people could go to besides that. Right. But in this area, one thing that I've talked a lot about is looking at developing this area and looking at investment into this area. What are some of the struggles that you've had in this area?
As far as development goes,
development or just running your business? You know?
Well, running your business, there's a lot more if you have time. But as far as development goes, we've done a huge renovation. We're still working on it. We're in the last stretch, so hopefully within a few weeks we should be done. But a lot of people who walked in here, regardless of renovations or not, they walk in and they say, "This doesn't look like Manassas."
Yeah.
And I sadly have to agree with them because I just wish that Manassas looked a little better. And I think from a regular civilian standpoint, there's different ways to make a place look better.
Yep.
One obviously goes without saying, the environment has to be more welcoming, has to be more modern because of how we are nowadays, except old towns. Don't touch those. Those are great.
Yeah.
You need a bit of history, but everywhere else, I feel like if we have a saying in Turkish where if everyone sweeps front of the door, we look great.
Yeah.
I feel like that goes, that just sums it all up.
Pride in your community.
Exactly.
Pride in your home. And
Exactly. We're not, if you look at it as point blank business decision, if you were to ask me without being in the business, just an outsider, I wouldn't locate us in Manassas either. But here we are, and we want to make sure this works out, and we give back as much to the community as possible, and we expect the same back. If everybody does a little bit, then we'll clean up the whole place.
And I lived here. Obviously, I used to live 2 roads down for my first 3 years living here in 2001. Then my wife and family bought a small house, probably about 2 miles from here, 3 miles from here. And I've thought for a long time that this area just gets ignored. Nice community, beautiful homes, like nice homes, nice families, great place for us to start, but we're not attracting, young families aren't moving in here as much. We're not attracting like walking traffic and destinations. You look at places like Mosaic and other destinations and where we've seen investment by developers, and we just haven't seen that. So I think this area's gotten ignored for a long time, and you guys are tip of the spear of being out there and creating something nice and beautiful right in the middle of the area, and hopefully creating more and more people to be courageous and do the same thing, where they invest and developers come in and really enhance the community.
So if this, whatever we're doing, we don't look at it in such a huge, picture. We just show up to work every day and
Do your thing.
We do our thing. If this encourages other people to come and do the same, that's more rewarding than any type of gain that we can have.
Since we are showing so much effort on the business, safety shouldn't be an issue here.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
We are struggling a lot.
You've had some safety issues out here.
Oh, yeah.
What's gone on?
There's a lot of, I think if you stop anyone on the road right now, 9 out of 10 people will tell you the same. Panhandling is huge.
Yeah.
There's people on the side of the road. I don't like to call them homeless anymore. When we first moved in, we truly believed there was a lot of homeless people, and we gave them the benefit of the doubt, and we tried to help them out, but it all resulted in being threatened to, I don't want to say it here, but being threatened, I'll say, just to put it soft. We found multiple dangerous items behind their building. There's countless individuals that just cause harm. They've harmed our building. They've harmed our business. They harass our customers day-to-day basis. And the fact that it's been going on for 6 years now is just, I don't find it very, I don't know.
Discouraging.
It's very discouraging.
Well, you're trying to do something great, and if people are living in the woods behind here or things like that, or standing in front of your building scaring your customers, it makes it very challenging.
Right. I've had, personal property behind the building being stolen. A few other businesses are the same way. We've had harassment. We've had stealing. Business next door had a customer of theirs punched in the face. Not too far out. It was pretty recent.
Yeah.
Chipotle, the same.
Yeah.
They've had it.
Violent crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad that there's, there's people that really want to do good for this place. And we've seen a lot of encouragement from the county saying, hey, especially the tourism board, they're great. They pass on any opportunity they can to us. But while we have these issues going on, it doesn't feel like a first impression. Like the first thing that comes to mind is, yeah, I'm not gonna help your county because you're not really helping me.
Yeah.
So it's a little frustrating. We don't let it get to us. We still want to do the best for where we are.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we do need some help for, picking up all the slack that's been going on outside.
Well, I believe the government's role, especially local government, is, protecting businesses, protecting people. If you're trying to do the right thing, there should be protection as much as we can.
Absolutely.
So there's obviously a compassion side that you're, not just rounding people up and arresting them, but on the other side of it, if your clients come in to have a nice meal Friday night and people are harassing your customers on the way out, there should be the protection coming in. And I know the police want to know, how do we handle this? And it really comes down to, the supervisors having the courage to say, this is what we're going to do. And these businesses, the people, that's who we're looking to protect. So I think that's an important thing. So are you hopeful for the future? Or unsure?
Try to
be. Well,
no, there's always hope. There's always hope. I always believe the last thing that dies on the table is hope. And if that's dead, then there's nothing to look forward to. But we're always hopeful that, things will change. We try to do our part every single day. We show up and we clean up our area. We make sure at least this vicinity is clean and looks good and looks presentable. And we believe the county deserves that.
Yeah.
And we believe the people of the county and the businesses of the county deserve that to at least.
And you also have your own business, another business,
Yes.
making your own coffee.
Yes.
Turkish coffee. You're one of the very few.
Specialize in Turkish coffee. I do all types of different coffees.
Okay.
All around the world, yeah.
So you roast it here.
It's roasted in Prince William County.
Yeah.
It's grinded in Prince William County. It's packed in Prince William County.
Yeah.
It's sold to businesses in Prince William County.
Yeah.
So all over Northern Virginia, but there's quite a few customers in Prince William County.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's a separate kind of endeavor that I moved on to.
Okay.
We've started this as a family business, ran it as a family business, and now, there's me and my brother as well. My brother is now onto another business. He's also just stayed in the restaurant business.
Okay.
He has a food trailer, doing killer smash burgers.
Oh, really?
And
not Turkish. He went a whole different direction.
he went a whole different
Okay.
route. He's a Texan at heart, so he's like,
Okay.
I got to bring the culture of the sloppy burgers here.
Yeah.
And so he does that killer job.
Okay.
I moved on to doing coffee.
Yeah.
But there's one place that we come back to, and it's here.
Here. Yeah.
And so end of the day, he finishes his shift, he comes back here. I finish my
It feels
shift.
like home.
Yeah, we just kind of circle back here, and we all live together anyway, so we all end up just coming back here.
So for somebody that's never tried My Cravings, what would you say to them? Why?
I would be upset that they didn't try. They should be ashamed they didn't try.
What's the experience they're going to have, and what would you recommend? Is it breakfast? Do you come for dinner? You have a lot of family events in the evening. What do you think the big draw is?
So for anyone that's a first timer, I think they should come for 3 days in a row.
Okay.
Make it Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday, they should come and have breakfast.
Okay.
It's a little calm. There's not much going on. And so in the morning, they can enjoy their breakfast, have a little bit of everything. We have our homemade jams and spreads, all my mom's recipes. They're, no sugars, no Splenda, none of the crap that's bad for you.
Yeah.
Everything is organic.
Okay.
And so they try a little bit of that. Friday, they should come for live music.
Okay.
Friday nights, we do a live music. It's been going on for 4 or 5 years now. And so
Is it Friday night?
Friday night, 7 to 9, they should come by for that, have their dinner. And then Saturday, they might want to come in and see how a hectic weekend turns out for us.
Yeah.
I don't recommend Sundays because they won't be able to breathe. Saturday is good. They can come
crowded
on.
in here on
It's very crowded.
Okay.
You drop a needle, it might not make it to the floor.
Well, great. Well, thank you so much for everything you've done, for having the courage to open your business, to invest as much as you have
Our pleasure.
in the community. I'm hoping, hopefully I could win my election and come here and serve. And, you're going to have my number, my contact. Hopefully we'd have meetings here and be involved. But, it's an honor to meet you. And food is great. Atmosphere is great, so I really appreciate it.
Asıl bu işin arkasında anneni de tanıştırmak isterim, onu görsünler. Yani bütün bu başarı.
Yeah, we're here. I'm like a talking head here, but
Yeah.
the real, I guess, architect behind this whole project and our whole business is my mom.
Yeah.
She's, an incredible chef. She's very creative as far as the food she makes. She's very out of the box. She wants to make a difference, and so we wanted to introduce her as well.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
This is the creative genius behind everything. So come to My Cravings, support this family, support this local restaurant, and thank you very much.